Yeah, it kind of has to be.
Yeah, okay, how are we feeling? Before I toss it to you, Desk, before I get your prediction, chat, this is your opportunity.
Bouse gank, but he's playing very safe.
He has to. Pillar potentially available. Really good pillar from Yanko. Stun afterwards. The dice after onto Bouse. And the Lumberjack song gets out to safety, but down that flash, and the wave still remains in a relatively tricky scenario. Bot side, Syndra's managed to go down somewhere to Zvero, and all the while...
Yep, mid lane.
Yeah, looks like a bit of a double knock up there with the Grand Entrance. Can't get the dive on the other side, so NORD very happy. Not sure what happened mid lane. I'm hoping production will have a replay for us, and we'll get to see.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
So what was it? Just a little bit of disrespect? Yeah, I mean, electrocute, Q, the missing HP on the pullback. It's not around the dragons, around this first grub spawn. He's going to have priority, and I mean, you can just find a solo kill. Oh, he
Oh my god, he's got it. That's not even easy. Just walks. I mean, the stun comes on through.
I feel like we don't see this often from Bouse. Like, just raw deaths to tower.
From Yankos, barrier down from Crowny alongside the heal. Not exactly the cleanest little skirmish there from NORD, who ended up being a bit surprised. That's actually topside, going to have Chachi throw down the Dominus, looking for a bit more, gets the stun with that Ruthless Predator. Could begin to try and cull the Meek here a little as well. Big old chunk, Dominus still going, Bousey decimating Smash is just shy, and another kill, Chachi.
On objective first, you've got first move as well, as expected from Crowny Reckless up towards this top side.
Always been one of our best teams at the macro moves. Heard the desk chatting about Velia saying, look, we've got a nemesis. We've got this X factor in terms of macro and scaling, and not been hulking out so far in this early game. Just been made a bit angry. Pillar, though, from Yankos onto Bouse, who's got his flash back up. Decimating Smash comes on down. Reckless looking to roam on up. Crowny's also popped the on the hunt. Maybe looking to make this a 2v3. Good choke from Chachi. Wild Growth on down. Decimating Smash lands onto Yankos, who doesn't have the Subjugate rolling. All the while, Velia picks up the last remaining grub.
Yeah, this is very good for LR. He looks very, very shaky, and I think exploitable, to be completely honest with you. And speaking of exploitable, Nemesis does have flash.
He's had to burn it though. The Subjugate comes on down. In him comes that twofold Hex, and it recalls to the death of the Syndra. 0 and 3 now. Bouse in the 1v1 versus Chachi in this Primordial Predator, hitting that ruthless variety of it.
On the bottom side here, there's a TP from Nemesis. He's going to have to use that mid. There's actually a TP right now behind the bottom side of Reckless and Crowny.
Oh, lightning crash between worlds, and I tell you which worlds they're between. It's life and death, and Crowny, you got a barrier, but it's not stopping you from Spyro going on a rampage. Has a Luden's companion and shoots the Sivir in the head. Right now, has anyone got a hand grenade? I don't know. See whether LR can toss one at him and count the right number. All the while, Mountain Dragon being started.
Once a TP.
This time by LR, they pulled off, and there is a TP you were calling for. Tweets on the angle, same with Hido, can look to spark Sojo over the wall. He's got the lightning crash available, and of the Dragon we go both sides. Not feeling entirely comfortable starting this up.
Does Velia want to flip? That's the big question. Nemesis is on an angle as well, potentially for a stun over the wall.
Maybe look for it. Between worlds comes on through. Treats on the backside.
Oh, Treats!
Double knock up. It's gorgeous stuff. Out comes that big old shock from the W1s there. He can't quite get the kills they were looking for. TP topside from Bouse. Dragon secured from NORD, and somehow pick up a turret plate or so. There's Zvaru also in this mid lane. Going to get one there as well. Yankos looking to go in. Hang on, you blast going into 2. Oh, Velia, you can't be doing that. The warrior tries to interrupt. Flash away means nothing because Viru is there with open arms. 5th kill now for NORD's mid laner.
Difficult to hold this tower. On the top side, the wave was cleared, so LR will get first tower. That'll bring it all down to the objectives, and that's Herald spawning in 35 seconds time, and we'll see how the assignments lie in about 30 seconds once that objective spawns up.
Worth noting in that picture-in-picture we saw Yankos steal an entire quadrant there.
Zeus Nemesis, however, is in a 4v1 situation, and there isn't a lot of immediate pressure right now. So let's just
picture-in-picture, we've got that replay.
I think he misses that Q. Trying to focus on both things he does.
I know, yeah, Nemesis is a dead man, so there you go. And I think you were right on the Q call there. Very well done, Adrian. Got eagle eyes on that one, and we managed to split our focus just about. I hope you got most of what was happening there.
Yeah.
TLDR, Nemesis died. They get
Nemesis
the turret tops over the Herald.
The Herald is top, yeah.
Chachi and Bouse trading out here. He's got the Titanic Hydra now. Does Bouse about 7 stacks on that cull to cash in. Already happened for Crowny.
Ooh,
and has actually got a mild gold lead mid lane, though. They managed to get that Herald on in there, and they've get
Khan in the game now. Here's that cross map we were talking about. Not too surprised. You saw Velia posture up here earlier, but Treats exactly is here to cover. So how easy is this dive, really? Looking to try to clear the wave. I don't think they're going to be successful. They will still give up the tower.
I'll just pop that Shirelias to try and get the speed up onto the Chachi, who's going to get knocked up multiple times. Cyclones and Wild Growth. Treats, though, goes on in with the quickness. Stunned up by the scattering of said weakness. Chachi trying to get the Ruthless Predator, the culling. Just not going to be there. Sorry, Cull the Meek. There's no Lucian in this game, but the point still kind of stands. Sion's going to go unstoppable. Body blocked by Zeri. Don't see that one very often. Jankos with the subjugate will help secure the kill, and they go 1-for-1 in terms of top laners. All the while, tier 2 under siege.
Tier 2 on the top
Do
side,
LR manage to get that? I think they probably do here.
They did. It's gone already. So it's going to be top side tier 1 and 2 for bottom side tier 1. But he definitely wants to hit that IE mark. You go and attack speed 9-second like this, as Treats is on an angle, and yeah, like you say, he's off vision.
Quiet, dangerous. On the flank, thinking about turning on to him. Look at the Rakan, the pillar interrupts one bounce, now potentially in danger, but Chachi will dice away, gets out to safety. The roll low right now. Hido, though, with the Hurricane's got the lightning crash rolling, looking to try and keep that ultimate up. Spark surging forwards. The clone is there, allowing a little bit of lightning through. Nemesis of the wall gets a stun on 2. Ooh. That is valuable for disengaging. Neither side quite finding what they're looking for. Jankos with the pillar on Nemesis. Exhaust between worlds. Chachi on the flank angle looking for more. Can he flash on forwards? Dice slice. Could look for some dice. Scatter the weak. No. Denies any realistic engage. All the while in the backline goes Bounce. Looking to go down as Chachi now also a threat as Crowny unleashes. Looking to slice and dice out. Cannot do so. The Crocodile fire down for the count as Bounce is also out at the zombie fall, and the scatter the weak just shy 1-for-1. Both top laners go into the backline and don't emerge in one piece.
Yeah, that last scatter the weak start up the icon, and LR are a little bit slow. There's a world where they can maybe try and burst this out, even flip it in front of Velia.
Zyro goes across the veil looking for a twofold hex and gets it. Chunk onto that Wukong. Down comes Bounce. Looking to find an angle. Stun onto Jankos. Over Chachi coming on in. Looking for the flag goal. It's going to be a flip. Smell the burgers. Who's going to win it? It's Velia. Steals the Atacon. What about the fight afterwards? Nemesis with a scout of the weak prevents Chachi from getting the value reward.
Zero's dead.
They killed his Viral. They managed to kill the bunny rabbit. The sharp pointy teeth mean nothing. How do they keep getting away with it? Lost Ratones. Fight the team fight. Fight the Atacon. And NORD, it's back to the drawing board.
NORD can actually just very happily disengage from Bounce is on the back line, causing a whole bunch of havoc, and Jankos just doesn't get the smite. Plain and simple. Once the objective goes down, Zvero's been chunked out, and all in all, it's just an opportunity for Crowny to start to open up with all of the front line, all of the disruption going on in the back line.
And look, he had Flash, he had Barrier, he had a heal, a Wild Growth, all the things to keep him in one piece as he was 1v1ing with that Renekton. More like a 2v2, let's be real, there's enough members around. All the while, though, Baus not having a lot of fun here, and Chachi's still got Flash. I think Baus is just a very dead Sion.
Unless?
No. When's his ult up? Not quite yet. Chachi got a slice in the dice, should just get that few. Thank goodness for that. I was about to get that last one of the fast food store.
I think this was the idea. They want to try to catch people off resets, but I mean, is he one shot?
He is! He's going to get across the veil for a second or two! But there is a 6-foot deep hole waiting for him in the cemetery. Back towards the Baron they go, looking to make sure they get the big purple worm.
35 seconds of freedom for NORD. What can they achieve with it? LR are pushing in this mid wave. They still have the Sivir. He's got no Flash Crowny. He needs to be careful, and there is still the Rakan engage available, but Rakan, Treats, does not have Flash.
Spyro up vision on the hunt, coming on down, still on the Baron, down to half HP, trying to burn it down. Watch for Nemesis. Treats also on the flank, looking for more. What can they do as Baus tried to warborn up. Treats will go into the quickness, Rabbi's arm onto Nemesis. They go, he's dead! He's dead, the Rakan is down, flash out from Nemesis. Baron's still going on, it's not being taken! You're in a 5v4 and you still can't get the Baron!
It's a catastrophe for NORD, and that was the window they really needed to make something happen in. LR forced them off the Nash. Treats was looking for the angle. We've been talking about, look, it's a long walk back, but he's got the coast. He's trying to make distance.
2 seconds on Jankos' flash. I don't know whether it's going to be enough. He's going to try and flip it. Ultra Shock laser across the wall, down to 2k space. Scout of the week comes on up, and Nemesis also shot low. Can't do it! Sivir somehow sort of secures it with, I think, a boomerang blade. Chachi's going to pop the dominance, but they've already lost the Trundle. Decimated Smash comes on down. Ultra Shock laser also there. But now Chachi in danger. He's just not a very tanky Crocodile. He is outdated and obsolete. Charging on forward the unstoppable onslaught. And Crowny with the triple will ensure that everyone knows who exactly is the king in the NLC.
LR run over NORD and keep that crown untilted on their head for this first game at the very least, as they knock on the base of NORD with this Baron buff and look to do as much damage as they can.
Once again, it was another early game where it looked like Lost Ratones were falling behind. Then you looked up at the top of the screen and you realized it wasn't that close. Hang on, between worlds! Nemesis goes down. Nice from Zvaru. Is still trying to be the threat he can be. Velia down at 20% HP again across the Veil, looking for more. Redemption heals a lot of people.
Dies in the pit, and then Chachi kind of sticks around in this bush. I think they're maybe saying, hey, maybe if we play slow, Nemesis, the Syndra's chunked out, we can look for a fight, but it just doesn't look good at all. Crowny's able to find himself 3 kills. NORD did get that dragon in the picture-in-picture. So they are 1 away from Seoul, but with the lead as big as it is, and LR being very cutthroat for the last 10 minutes or so.
Gonna try and kill off this. Yeah. Still got that pot that Zvaru just popped. He's got an elixir of source, trying to get some value on Stop Alonso. Not that great. Value trying to get on board with the Cyclone, does not really get it. The Treats is a dead man, trying to bring down Bounce, who survives. Nah, no way. Chachi gonna slice forwards. The Culling and the Meek is still not enough healing. Value alive with the wild growth. And somehow the Garden of Lost Ratones refuses to be pruned. Zvaru trying to get away, but this bunny rabbit has got no more legs to hop on. The Nexus turrets in Lost Ratones' eyes, and all the early game kills against Nemesis in the world will not stop Lost Ratones from winning game 1, regardless.
An excellent game.
Be honest. We don't lie. We don't lie.
It's a full all-in team. It's a full all-in team, and you're engaged. And AP Jax flashing in with Counter-Strike.
Okay, he managed to get that second melee minion. The problem is Chachi's right here.
Yeah.
And the knock-up connected, so he's dead.
Yeah, and he's got towards the turret as well. I don't know about that one, Bousy. Well, there's the Dark Seal stacks we were talking about. Jankos about to find Velia. Audacious charge. Weaver's Wall coming on down. Speaking of faster roams, Velia immediately
Very happily secured by Velia. Jankos might end up taking a camp on the top side as Baus swing and a miss on the ultimate.
Zephyr trade. Crowny potentially going to get a big jump with Velia down to 20% HP. Knocked up on the free talent strike. Crescent Guard comes on through and Jankos gets the solo.
Really. Alright, Dragon's up.
Yeah, that's quite important, that.
You actually have numbers here. Baus did just teleport to the top side. Chachi is also walking top. Like you're saying, Zvaru is just dead. Oh, on Treat.
So, we'll get over the wall. Velia now potentially danger, but over comes Nemesis. Oh boy, Lost Ratones! Now gonna jump onto Jankos, gonna get a heal. We'll try to Jason charge for the monsoon. Keep Velia. Reckless alive. Velia over the wall with the Spectrum Wall. Another reset. Just about missing the charm, and Hido will get out alive, but they lose 2 members. Now with the dragon as well for Lost.
Perhaps a replay if we have some downtime. But it will be the second dragon secured here by LR, and very happy about that. Unlike the last game where they were able to pick up the first dragon but denied the second, they get the first 2 here. Lost Ratones jungler, who is now under a little bit of pressure himself.
Yeah, Jankos goes from the other angle. Oh, and there's no flash, no ult.
Flash, no
this
ult.
might just be a very, very dead Viego. Picked up, they tried to donate it over to someone, not named Jankos, but it will stop to go on down. Tried to get the rupture angle there, didn't quite get it. Mouse holds the nerve, gets to walk away from that one, but it's still a 2-0 Cho'Gath, who's got 6 stacks already. It's a lot of feasting that's been done that one up. He's going to back away from this turret. Realistically means the Lost Ratones will get that turret, and that will be the marker towards the feats of strength there, as Chachi's not really going to contest it. All the other while, though, it's going to be the Kai'Sa that gets that first turret, and Hido can't quite rush it fast, even with the 3 grubs. Will therefore choose to deny a few more minions. Here, Wind becomes lightning. Jankos not going over the wall. Now they'll jump on top of him, trying to get the counter-strike off. Won't find it. Now hops over, and Chachi's ready to flash and follow. A feast is available, and they're going to donate it to Jankos instead. He didn't have a second to waste, and therefore Chachi won't be donated the extra stack, and instead it goes to Jankos.
So if you can keep Baus underneath this tower up here on the top side chunked out, then he's always going to be able to teleport with just health advantage, right? And Baus is never going to have that option!
Treats goes in with the headbutt pole. They will get the turret. They won't find too much more. Teleport in, though! It kind of sucks, Nemesis.
Oh no, look at Baus's TP!
Get the kill.
He's not the only one!
Oh no! Oh no! It's just sucking some more! Gets rooted up the shove afterwards with the seismic shove. It's a disaster on the Richter scale. And Crowny and Reckless get out alive, but Lost Ratones solo leaders lose their minds.
To quote a legend, those TPs sucked! And Velia's gonna have to be delivered that, no doubt. Here by Jankos. Crowny will pick up this tower on the top side in trade, so things are swinging back and forth like a pendulum. Gold is being traded. I think for LR, already being 2 dragons up, a little bit extra cash in Crowny's back pocket is going to feel quite nice.
Especially if he mistimes his counter-strike.
Exactly, that counter-strike timing is going to be really important. Speaking of...
Grandmasters might TP behind. Where or where do you run, Baus? Audacious Charge comes on forwards. Nothing really being taken elsewhere. Ironically, it's Velia split pushing going on right now as Varo is here, throwing out some rocks. You can't counter-strike those. Hop number 1, but does so across the unraveled earth. Missing the seismic shove, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Hido, I don't think you can walk that way. Does manage to avoid the Void Seeker and the Howling Gale, and Atakan now.
Hido's not going to give up from Dave, so he's going to be there. He's going to be late to this if things kick off. Remember though, it's Feast and Smite against just one Smite.
They lost the Atakan in the last game, turned into a bit of an intercart. They can still Feast Smite. This should be a done deal. Looking for an angle in his Velia, but there's a secure on the Atakan. The Lost Ratones want the fight afterwards though. Maybe more of a question we should be asking. Nothing to be found, you're absolutely right.
And they should hit 16. No, he's like 99%. But you get the idea. I just feel like it's super powerful. I agree.
Don't know how much they
don't care.
This. There's a head button, a pulverizer. Nemesis is trying to Spirit Rush away. And he's just got enough gas in the tank to do so. The NOS button, worthy of a Need for Speed game there.
Chachi was just a bit slow. They're going to start this up. Yanko's on the other side.
Cone. Nemesis on a flank angle. Doesn't have the ult to work with. Could maybe ult, treat, or charm this Cho'Gath. But I don't know how much that means.
Crowny.
Weaver's Wall. Gonna force Crowny to flash on out. That was not a fun place for that Kaiser to be. Baus looking for a potential flank angle. Dragon secured that second for NORD. Baus now being looked at. He's a pretty mobile character with all of this ability haste, but Chachi, oh Chachi. The dinosaur keeps walking on forwards.
Can't quite get it.
But he can't quite get it, you're right.
Nash now, 30 seconds. That's the next point of contention.
And has in fact just grown up enough for NORD to potentially think about culling it. While Lost Ratones coming on over. Teleport in.
Chachi. Again, they can secure it really early.
Nemesis, flank angle, gets the charm onto the backline. Yanko's down about 20% HP. Tweet trying to buy time, but the Baron secured. 5v4 angle though. Nemesis looking for the charm. It's onto that Cho'Gath though. Not necessarily the easiest target, but Crowny gets to unleash, cycle through the passive. Bounced on the other side. Big stun with the counter strike. Can they turn back onto him? Crowny on him with the killer instinct. Yankos at the front lane gets the crashing guard. Needs to keep retreating away, but there is still an ult from the ruined king who causes heartbreak. Flash on forward with the wind becomes lightning. Audacious charge. Feather fall. Seismic shove away. Going to ult forward for more. Zvyro can't find the angle.
Zvyro can't see him.
It's always going to can't flash away. As the Void Seeker lands, but has a shield from the Seraphs and gets out, I think, just about to safety. 3 dead, but Baron secure.
Wrapped all the way around, and Baus already had the MO very early, as now in the picture-in-picture, and now full screen, Baus is the one that's getting caught out.
Speaking of MOs, this is the Baus MO. Gets the double counter strike, gets to hop away. Surely he doesn't get to run away from this. He's not got flash, got ult in a second.
Oh, TP as well, TP.
He can look to counter strike, headbutt into the wall, stuns up for a second. Zvyro should be able to get this nonetheless. It's Treats who gets it now. Nemesis in the 1v2 needs to be wary as the unraveled comes on down.
It's close though.
Yankos also around. The Howling Gale denies the Cho'Gath angle. Nemesis will just decide to use the charm to secure the cannon minion. My goat, that's the correct decision. Get what gold you can and get out before the going gets tougher.
We also lost that mid tier 1, but it was about a third HP, so not too surprising that it ended up falling. Treats, again, just doing his best to create a little bit of space.
Makes his well unbreakable, his body. Maybe a different question for now. Ult out from Velia there. Couldn't find what he was looking for. After a Kaiser ult, after a Jax ult. With this kind of build, that move speed, hyper valuable. A lot more conditional for NORD, but Zvyro's health bar also looking a little bit conditional. Laney in critical condition. He's got the Harrow path coming around. He's going to have to ult out.
But he still has TP, remember.
Chachi. You're in a 1v3. Does he care? Crowny's going to ult to the other side. My God, the anti-tank damage. Charm goes well wide. Now turning around onto Velia, who's potentially in danger. Gets knocked out by the 3 Talon strike. Monsoon healing, but the rupture comes on down and Hido gets that one. Flash on forward. A silence on the Ahri. They'll lose the Talia. Crowny gets that one, but it's still a 2-for-1 in favor of NORD.
Didn't flash forward and silence earlier on that bottom play, but he certainly made sure to do it to Nemesis then, as now the 1v1 between the AD carries.
Has to flash away. It ain't a 1v1 for long. Reckless behind. So is Yankos. They have their seconds there in this particular duel to the death. Fortunately, I think it's only the first blood for now. Baus in danger with Chachi. He's very speedy. Sped up by those double cloud dragons. The rupture. Rocket belted away from...
It's just more than secured, yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if Chachi, once the scoreboard comes back up, you'll notice that Chachi also has the...
A little bit of a knock up there onto Zvyro. Baus on the flank angle. Nemesis over the wall, misses the charm. Baus looking for the counter strike, won't quite find it. He's silenced up. Now going to get knocked up, but he's dead.
Just the strangest sense of deja vu, but I think it's just because Baus does that a lot. He is dead.
He does
no trade. Go back to Dragon. Treats is going to get his reset off now. He maybe wants some wards in his inventory, and they'll look towards
being started. TP in from Baus. We're kind of inverting side of the map we're stood on.
Nemesis and Baus are on flanks. I think they would have seen him with the TP, actually. He would have flown past him. So they
done.
know where Baus is, and they know where Nemesis is.
Ooh,
The Dragon!
Another Earth, secured by the Cho'Gath, somehow, some way. Trees in the front line, has got the ult, so doesn't take all that much damage. Crowny needs to get out to say had to flash. Nemesis looking for the charm, can't find it. The Weaver's Wall, splitting off Baus's retreat path. Rupture on forwards, into the seismic shot, flashes over the wall. Another hop, where is he going? All the while, of course, Baus not being in the lane means they could have shoved through mid with the Baron.
Yeah, they've got Nesh. They want to make use of that base-breaking power that it's got, and they've got a minute and 50 seconds still left on this buff. They've got half a wave in the top side if they want to try and rotate over to it, but it seems like their eyes are set on this mid lane tier 3.
Jankos warding off Velia's potential flank angle. Got Cloud Soul now as well to work with. LR, we were already saying their engage is a little conditional. I think it's the kind way of putting it. You need to land a good charm, a good spectral maul, maybe a good flank angle from Baus, but with all of this extra move speed, just base from 4 Cloud Dragons, finding that moment, getting harder and harder and harder, and for all the gold was close, it ain't anymore again. NORD really expanding it, picking up another set of structures, and they find themselves commandingly.
So this will just be the tier 2 pretty much seeded, and this goes down so fast that the Nash is still going to be available for, at the very least, this wave to try and break open the base on the bottom side of the map here. I mean, it's just Crowny versus the entire rest of...
Yeah.
It's a head scratcher.
Inhibitor for it. They at least get the bounty. Does that get him an extra item on reset? We'll check now when he comes back in. All while the Weavers will deny Crowny entrance. It does get him the Bloodthirster, so it was for the extra item. Does that matter in the grand scheme of things? He needs to get value here as one Nexus turret already falling. Lost Ratones on the verge of taking us to game 3, courtesy of NORD winning this one. Could have switched that one around. Seismic shove on Baus. He's down. Monsoon means nothing. Headbutt back on Nemesis, who gets feasted but doesn't die. Tree to the front line. Valia trying to run back towards the fountain, the Nexus turret. Between NORD and a third game. LR in upper brackets. Oh, flash off forward. Feather to the skull and Nemesis goes down. We are getting 3. And NORD strike back.
An excellent game from NORD. And honestly...
buffed the Ziggs. However, I'm looking at this NORD composition. I'm like, who's your bridge really? Your early game sucks. Like,
nothing should really happen. We'll see whether or not Baus affords any opportunities over for dives, as speaking of, it does seem like we will see a dive on this bottom side, 3 versus 2.
It's a level 1 Rel who's flashing away. Does avoid the Winter's Bite. TP now. Actually, lost
and Jankos is here.
Everyone's coming. Oh no! Crowny looking a little bit worried as the Monarch here. Hito stepping forward. The Dragon keeps breathing out of their matching colours. Velia flashing away. Where do you go first? Blood to smolder. They're all on fire. And Lost Ratones are eating all the rat poison in the world. The trap fully sprung.
I can't believe... How often do you see a level 3 tower killing capabilities that Ziggs has even early on? He's going to secure himself a plate too.
Ooh, Nemesis flashing over the wall, looking for the double bomb with the rewind. Gets it.
Jankos is right here.
Aggro, though, but the bomber lands into the walls. Varo, I think it's just dead.
Yep.
Ziggs. Nice combo from Lost Ratones.
Great stuff. Baus using, remember, that tempo window from the proxy to just
come up, and if you don't,
just passively.
It gets a little bit slower to stack. Exactly. Hang on, Baus now might be in danger as Varo going to jump on up. There is the Cataclysm. There's a satchel on the other side. Flashes off, gets out for safety. Surely he goes down here, gets slowed down by the smite, gets over the wall, throws out the barrel roll, but that won't keep him alive, and he does go down.
All right, that'll be Feats of Warfare picked up, and Chachi will take a page. Reckless have a reset. So, barring some all-out shenanigans, like if he gets an angle to just take Velia over the wall,
stunned up. Potentially needs to back away because Reckless is going to come on forward. Chachi looking to try and get out of here. Good. Dobby buys some day. Flash over the wall. In comes the Grand Starfall. Tried to interrupt it with a Q3. Couldn't quite. Can maybe look to go all out regardless. Oh, the flash from Velia means that Chachi is inordinately dragged towards Crowny. And the Cogmore gets a kill.
Yeah, you could tell that was intentional too. Velia knew what he wanted to do with that flash. He ends up dragging Chachi. Living Artillery might... He is there for it, but Crowny I don't think had enough mana, but Velia's here. Jankos is on the way. There's a TP behind them again. Chachi's got another great angle.
They're
They're outnumbered.
Jankos gets stunned up with the shield vault. TP
Nemesis
coming on
TP.
forward. Can Jankos buys him down, looking to flag and drag through. Gets onto the Cogmore, buying some time. The Cogmore slowed down, flashing on forward, trying to get some value done with that Bio-Arcane Barrage. Stunned up, goes down the Acacian Surprise, comes on through. Whose birthday is it? I think it might be NORD's, as they pick up 2 of the TPs from LR are just too late.
They're just too late, and Chachi again with another fantastic angle. Even though LR had numbers to the play first. Vero, yeah, I mean, the problem is I don't think anyone can help him.
They're recalling on a ward. I think Svaru might just be dead here. Flag and drag, buys him down, flash away from Svaru's got no mana. Rocket belt forward, Jankos flashing away. All out though from Chachi, and Bounce gets it! I do not believe it. Hang on, now in the 1v2, I think Chachi might be in danger. Nemesis, of course, has still got the chrono shift, can rewind time once or twice to make sure you can do it right, but now Bounce might be interrupted by Treats. He's going to be spotted out, crash down, good belly slam, body slam away.
And Chachi's immediate TP make this a 3v5 in the immediate. Nemesis with that base in from the Rel then becomes effectively a 2v2, which Jankos doesn't really have the health bar or the tankiness to deal with Baus at this moment in the game. Has come out of that replay, and Jankos, he's looking for an engage.
Oh, the shot glass combo. Out comes the glass of the Cataclysm. In comes the Mega Inferno Bomb Chaser. They get a hold of that Pantheon, and Crowny is a very dead Cogmore. Chrono Shift means nothing. You're still going down to the passive. Full kit utilized.
There's not really much they can do about it, and that is the strength of Jarvan, you know, against these carries that can't actually flash out. And I know Trouble did make a bit of jest as, let's see, I mean, I don't think there's really much a response for I think you just take that one, you know?
Spartans never die, but top laners do quite regularly in these games of League of Legends, and therefore, Chachi can't say, were you wrong?
No! I don't think.
Okay.
Because there were still champions like, oh, hello, Baus is gonna die. Zverev will likely get this kill. Well, he has flash.
Bouncing bomb, no way. Just gets hit in the head with an explosive. Plasma grenade.
Yeah, like, you think about it like this. Imagine if Crowny decided to go, though I feel like they would have maybe been lacking damage, and perhaps Nemesis would have got another pick. It's flat MR pen anyway, so it's just kind of edging me towards that. It's just fantastic, right? So, Zverev's got a lot of options here. They are committing fully onto Baus. Chachi didn't get the MO.
Can maybe look to go all out. There's the flag and drag, the all out towards Hido. And Smolder gonna go detonated. A kill and even a party drink as well. Congratulations, you're now of old. Of age? Of old? That's not a sentence. Yeah, well, the age of passive. Gets a bit of a headache, but that's about it.
Ziggs.
Poke onto Nemesis, and again, you've got a chrono shift, and that's wonderful, but if you're using it to deal with poke, not all-ins, the value gets a lot more limited.
Yeah, that it does. Oh, Chachi's on a flank.
That's a very deep flank.
Brave flank.
That's just a dive. And I think he might have gotten a bit deep. Jankos misses the knock onto Baus. It's going really wrong, Jamada. It's going really, really, really wrong.
Yeah, that felt like a moment of mind control. We'll go with mind control. To be honest, Chachi trying to
Chovy again.
Yeah, maybe we do. Look, no armor out of Chachi available. It's a bit of a head scratcher, and there's not really much like it. It's just strange. It's just strange. Jankos also
praising the Ziggs, praising the early kills on the Smolder. LR actually now in fight is enough. Flag drag out from Jankos, and look at how Seti backing on a ward there though means that Hido can just sneeze on him at you, and Crowny gets interrupted. Not going to be a full all-in. I say that. Treats will go Magnet storming on top of Nemesis, who tries to speed themselves up with a time war. Mega Inferno Bomb has got himself that revival available. Does get the chrono shift down. Bounce looking at Jankos, all the way from Velia, getting to be run down by Zvaro, and of course, Treats. All the while, all out from Chachi. What is going on? They've lost Hido. It's a 2-for-1. They finally bring down the jungler, but not before losing Jankos on the way. Baus looking for more. Crowdy sped up. He is a very speedy bee, and he doesn't die after stinging just the once. And it's not even him who gets the kill, it's Baus on the AP Crackers. What?
Whilst the response from LR
is...
I mean, I think it's pretty difficult. Right? It's near impossible. Let's see. They found their way onto Reckless, but Reckless doesn't seem to care that much. He knows he's got Crowny on the side. And now those stacks are secure. 225 is there. What can Hido achieve? NORD, they really need a bit of a wombo combo fight where, once again, they find Crowny, they find Nemesis in the Cataclysm, and those big over the head, or over the top, rather, almost come in. Treese is getting chunked out by Mouse here. I think Treese is in trouble.
They are so fast. Nemesis and Baus just speeding around. They are playing Need for Speed and not League of Legends anymore.
Oh, man.
Someone check for
Hido.
Verstappen. Oh, the speed up on Baus. He just runs at the dragon, who summons Mom for a second or two. Can't quite get the execute. He goes down. They've still got Velia with the chrono shift on top of him. And of course, Nemesis with the time bombs picks up 2. Bot lane down, top lane down. And NORD wondering where on earth the fastest Gragas in the world just came from.
Yeah, this game is spiraling far too out of the hands of NORD right now. And LR, I think at this moment in time, have all the tools they need to just suffocate them out of this game comfortably at that. Reckless is even gonna play nuisance, continued nuisance to Jankos, not let him farm this up happily for the time being. That is actually an ultimate.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I mean,
days, they're flashing on forwards
dead.
with his bike. Concussive blows, and Jankos, he's also dead. A reminder.
Flash forward from Baus onto Hido is fantastic, and it just puts him in too big a spot of bother with no flash, no cleanse. He cannot reposition anywhere meaningfully to get damage out. The Baron goes down, the Atacon still on the cards too. So with an already 8, your ability to engage is actually relatively limited. You know, like you kind of need to have Baron to siege anywhere near efficiently, because Ziggs can clear from so far away, Hido can play on RFC stacks, and of course you don't want to be eating any poke. Jankos is very lucky that ended up buffering, or he would certainly have been sent back to the death screen. And now Starfall coming in on the backline, it's deep!
Oh, it is, but Zvero stays alive for now. The Cataclysm is good. The Mega Inferno Bomb! Shot glass combo. Still going to be a double to Baus. Chachi trying to buy some time. They will get the shutdown on the Gragas. 2 for 1 as it stands, with the turret likely to fall. Double carry still alive, but can Chachi keep them alive? They're sped up. Crowdy's got a barrier. Reckless has got a door. And NORD have not got any health bars to flash on forward for the living artillery. Mortar strike secured. Shutdown does come on through, though, as Chachi with the all-out buys a lot of time. Can they still get with the man advantage to Marcus Crowdy once again sped up with the time warp? Zaro, lots of work to work with. Oh my days, this Cogmore. Scary, chrono shift on top of him. Will regen. So gonna throw down the minefield immediately. This Cogmore gonna take a fair amount of damage, but it's not enough.
NORD and the lack of very easy to use go buttons against the composition that NORD have too.
Zaro would really like to make a new Mombasa out of it. He's got the damage for it. Alien Super Cruiser. Beams and all. The problem is on the other side, they'll just keep coming on back. Zombies or flood or whatever variety like.
The only thing that NORD can do here. Oh no, Hido's caught.
Oh, he's just gone. Baus gets sped up. Baus, though, has gone golden. The bomb on top of Hido means he's a dead man. Summons Mom, but the parent can only see nothing. Gonna try and get the shot glass combo off again, but it's still not dead. Chrono shift on top, and Lost Ratones are unkillable, unstoppable. Upper bracket curses notwithstanding. They just won't lose today. NORD melt in the face of Lost Ratones.
It's a slaughter in Game 3. Game 1 was close and pretty measured, and honestly, in many ways, so was Game 2 for quite a while, but this one has been, while that dive at level 2, all Los Ratones all the time, and they will advance in the upper bracket.
They go forwards in the upper bracket. They move towards the best of 5. Lost Ratones on that golden path. Another step forward, another one up the ladder, another one up the mountain. They have been the best all year. They are the best today.
Excellent stuff. Subvert.